Hi everyone, so welcome back to my series. And today again we will discuss some couple of very interesting questions which will help you later on in your interview. So, how will you improve the performance of a program in Python? Is the first question. So, how we can improve that? So, there are a couple of things which we by which what we can do is we can improve the performance of the Python program. Some are data structures. So if we have to select the right data structure for our purpose in the Python program, it will help us in the performance of the program. Standard libraries. So, whenever possible, we should use methods from standard libraries. Methods implemented in standard libraries have much better performance than user implemented. Created by users. Abstraction. The next point is abstraction. At times, a lot of abstractions and indirection can cause slow performance of the program. We should remove that redundant abstraction in the code. The next one is algorithm. Use the right algorithms can make a big difference in a program. If we have to find and write the suitable algorithms to solve our problem with high performance. So it is very important for us to use the right algorithm. So this is the first question. Let's move to the second question. Okay, so what are the beneficials or benefits of using Python? So we know that it's a very strong, then even Google uses it. Yeah, it's a very powerful language. So some are of couple of benefits which we will discuss today is efficient. Python is very efficient in memory management for large data sets like big data. It is much easier to program in Python. The next thing is it's faster. Though Python code is interpreted, still Python has a very fast performance. Wide usage. Python is widely used among different organizations for different projects. Due to this wide usage, there are thousands of add-ons available for Python. The next one is easy to learn. We know that Python is quite easy if we compare it with other languages. Yeah, this is the biggest benefit of using Python. Yeah, because complex tasks can very easily implemented in Python. Now let's move to the next question. How will you specify source code encoding in a Python source file? So how we can specify that code? So by default, every source code file in Python is in UTF-8 encoding, but we can also specify our own encoding for our source files. This can be done by adding the following line. You can see that I am using hashtag. After that, underscore star asterisk, or you can say, and then underscore coding, colon encoding, then we can just use there in the on the left side you can see that we are using underscore, but later on what we'll do is we will use here blank, then asterisk, and then blank. In the above line we can replace encoding with the encoding that we want to use. So we can specify our encoding here. You can see my cursor. Now let's go to the next question. You can try this on your code. What is the use of PEP8 in Python? So PEP8 is a style guide for Python code. This document provides the coding conventions for writing code in Python. Coding conventions are about indentation, formatting, tabs, maximum line length, imports organization line, spacing. We use PEP8 to bring consistency in our code. And we use consistency so that it will help us to read in a very efficient way. Now let's move to the next one. What is pickling in Python? Pickling is a process by which a Python object hierarchy can be converted into byte string. The reverse operation of pickling is unpickling. So Python has a module named pickle, and this module has the implementation of powerful algorithms for serialization and deserialization of Python objects. So some people are also called pickling as serialization or marshalling. With serialization, we can transfer Python objects over the network, and it is also used in persisting the state of Python objects. We can use write we can write it on a file, or we can also write it on a database. So I'm repeating this again. Pickling is what? It's a process by which a Python object hierarchy can be converted into byte string. The reverse is called as unpickling. Now let's go to the next one. How does memory management work in Python? So there is a private heap space in Python that contains all the Python objects data structures. In C Python, there is a memory manager responsible for managing the heap, but not in Python. So in Python, there is a heap space that contains all the Python objects and data structure. But in C Python, there is a manager. Yeah, memory manager. Just like in our real life example, we have a manager who manage our work. In C Python, it has a memory manager. There are different components in Python memory manager that handles segmentation, sharing, caching, memory pre-locations, etc. Python memory manager also takes care of garbage collection by using a reference counting algorithm. So it also take care of garbage collection. Now let's go to the next question. So the seventh question is this, but before that, I just want to say that please subscribe my channel and comment whatever you want so that I can come up with better and new things. And with that, in each series, I'll try to cover at least 10 questions. Okay, so let's get start, and let's start with 7th question. How will you perform static analysis on a Python script? So we can use static analysis tool called PyChecker for this purpose. PyChecker can detect errors in Python code. So there's a PyChecker which is responsible to detect the errors in the code. So PyChecker also gives warning for any style issues. So some other tools to find bugs in Python codes are PyLint, PyFlakes, yeah. So another question can be arise that okay, how you can find, or with which help you can find or detect the error. So you can say with the help of PyChecker, with the help of PyLint and PyFlakes. Now let's go to the next question. What is the difference between tuple and list? Now, this is a very, very interesting question. You will see that this question will be asked in each and every interview. So in Python, tuple and list are inbuilt data structures. Some of the difference between tuple and list is a tuple is an enclosed in parenthesis, open parenthesis, close parenthesis. A list is enclosed in a square brackets. You can see it in these examples. Now, mutable. Tuple is an immutable data structure where a list is a mutable data structure. Now, you know the meaning of mutable and immutable. Size. A tuple takes much less or more less space than a list. Okay, whenever I'm creating a tuple, we'll get the memory only about that, uh, according to that data. But if I'm talking about list, we'll get a whole list. Okay. Now, a size takes much less space than a list in Python. So a tuple takes much lesser space. Yeah, I told you. And the performance tuple is faster than the list, so it gives a good performance. Yeah. And use cases, since tuple is immutable, we can use it in cases like dictionary creation, whereas a list is preferred in the use case where data can alter. Yeah. Okay, so that's about question number 8. Let's go to the next one. What is Python decorator? A Python decorator is a mechanism to wrap a Python function and modify its behavior by adding more functionality to it. So what we are doing is we are providing more functionality to it, and we can use @ symbol to call a Python decorator function. Okay. So what we'll do is we will wrap a Python function and modify its behavior. Perfect. Now let's go to our last question, which is how are arguments passed in Python method? By value or by reference? So this is again a very, very important question. So every argument in Python method is an object. Okay. All the variables in Python have referred to an object. Okay. All the variables in Python have referred to an object. Therefore, arguments in Python methods are passed by reference. Since some of the objects passed as a reference are mutable, we can change those objects in methods. But for the immutable objects like strings, any change done within a method is not reflected outside. Okay. So that's it about today's session where we completed 10 questions. Now in the next session, I'll complete next 10. Till then, bye and take care. And I need your support to grow, and I'll come up with new things. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching Code and Coffee with Tanya. Yeah.